Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. Like, I haven't seen you in forever. Welcome back to my channel. Can you like not? Today, we're gonna be looking at Reddit. All right, let's see what we got here. Am I overreacting? New boyfriend was weirdly judgmental about bathroom situation. Okay. So it's like a photo of like some tampons, I think, and some pads. Period. It says, I, 30s female, have been casually dating someone, 40s male, for a little over a month. He spent the night at mine a few times now. The last time he felt comfortable enough to go number 2 in the morning. Why do we need to know this?
Child. Anyway, so
actually, let me not judge. This could be very relevant to the story, but if it's not, I'm going to judge, because why do we need to know that? He gave me a warning ahead of time, and I mentioned that I had a poo potty in the basket by the toilet if he wanted it. What the is that? A poo potty? I'm so unfamiliar with this. Oh, like what the fuck is a poo potty? Actually, I guess that's really considerate to tell someone that, hey, I'm going to like shit in your bathroom. I've just never really heard of someone like warning somebody that I'm gonna go shit in your toilet. I don't know, I feel like it's more so a discreet thing. Like, okay, you sit down, you realize, oh shit, I'm about to take a shit in here, and then it just happens. And then you clean up, make sure it doesn't smell ass shitty, you know, get some Febreze up in there, then you leave. So the fact that he warned her is kind of like unusual, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, let's get back to this. He came out of the bathroom sort of upset looking, and he was unusually quiet while I made us breakfast sandwiches. He asked for his to go. That's rude. I knew that something was wrong, and I was replaying the night in my head, and it went really well. Things turned after he pooped, and I thought maybe he just felt embarrassed about it. A short while after he left, he texted me, "It's weird that you made me dive into your period to have some self-respect about an actual shit." This gotta be fake. It's weird that you made me dive into your period shit to have some self-respect about an actual shit. What the fuck does this mean? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? It's weird that you made me dive into your period shit, because she's got her poo potty, to have some self-respect about an actual shit. I hate this sentence. This sentence literally doesn't make any sense. What the fuck, did I do something wrong? Am I overreacting to think that he's way out of line? This seems crazy to me, but should I, a single woman who lives alone, make my bathroom more accommodating to people who are the opposite sex? Are period products really that offensive? No, they're not. This is weird. This is weird. It does kind of give like sexist, like, I don't know, like he might have not grown up with like sisters. Actually, I'm not gonna give him any excuse. But this whole story literally is fucking stupid. First of all, you have a little like a nice basket in case you go number 2 to clean up very nicely. A lot of people don't have that. I feel like that is very accommodating, not only to you, but to people who visit you. Like, you even told him about the poo potty. You said, I've got a basket full of poo shit in case you really fuck up my bathroom and do a number 2. So here's a little kit to take care of it. A lot of people have broken toilets in which when you take a shit and you try to flush the toilet, the shit does not go down. There's just a fucking turd sitting in the toilet, okay? A lot of people have no toilet paper. So when you do take a number 2, you look to your left or to your right and you see that there is no toilet paper, and so you're just left sitting there with shit in your ass cheeks trying to figure out what to do. So the fact that she even provided him with a little poo potty or whatever the I'm like, wow, she's already an amazing human being to me, okay? Second of all, she's making him breakfast sandwiches. You got to stay at her house. She gave you shelter for the night. She's making you breakfast sandwiches. Sounds bomb, okay? You talking about, oh, I'll have mine to go. What the is this, a cafe? This is not Starbucks. Bitch, I made this for you. You will sit down and eat it. She said a short while after he left, he texted me. He didn't even have the balls to say what he felt. He could have like told you up front, even though his point about it being weird that he had to dive through her tampons and her pads to get through the period stuff, even though that point is really fucking weird and misogynistic or whatever, is a weak ass person, taking your sandwich that you made for him to go, and then he then decides to text you and insult the way you run your household. That is so weird. Let's get into the comments. My thing is, no, you're not overreacting. This person needs to be your ex, please. Okay, this is what the comments are saying. A man in his 40s that feels emasculated by the sight of a tampon is not relationship or even booty call material. Okay, another person said if he's not mature enough to endure female hygiene products existing around him, he's not mature enough to handle somebody's lady's bits. Clock it, clock it, clock it. Like,
snuck in here, clock it, went through our stuff, clock it, stole the phone, clock it, downloaded it.
You're so right. It says, not overreacting. If his masculinity is so fragile he can't handle needing to touch period products, he shouldn't be having sex at all. Clock it, clock it, clock it. I don't know, a lot of guys, they get so weird around like periods, and like this is just a natural thing that happens for women. Women have periods. This is what happens for a woman. Like, we can't do anything about it. So for him to be like, ew, that's weird shit. But obviously, girl, you're not overreacting. Let's get to the next one. Am I overreacting for being pissed my boyfriend canceled our anniversary dinner to go play poker with the boys? We had this reservation for like 2 months at a spot I've been dying to try. Day of, he texts me saying his boys need a fourth for poker and can we just do dinner this weekend instead? I told him it hurt my feelings and now he's calling me dramatic, saying I'm acting like his mom. What the hell? Like, am I tripping or is that just straight up just... Something so infuriating about this like subreddit is that obviously you're not tripping. Mind you, your anniversary dinner was first. That was something that you guys planned first, not the poker night with the boys. What came first was your anniversary dinner, okay? And he decided not that dinner that my girlfriend whoa, what's going on? He decided, you know what, fuck that dinner that my girlfriend has been really dying to go to. Fuck all that shit. I'm gonna go play poker with the boys because they need a fourth. This deserves serious consequences. Mind you, if I planned something with you and our plans were first, it is not fair for you to fucking ditch our plans for something that came second, for something that came way later. Like, that's just straight up disrespectful. So there needs to be serious consequences for this offense that he did, or yeah, you need to break up with him. All right, this one's a little messy. It says, I, female 22, found flirty Snapchat messages on my boyfriend's phone, male 23. What can I do moving forward? Let's dive in. All right, it says, this was my first Reddit post ever. For brief context, this is also my first relationship as well. First boyfriend, first kiss, everything. We met working at the same job, a grocery store. I was 20, he was 21, started dating November 2023. He stopped working there at the end of 2024 for another job while I still remain there and going back to school. Now his other job currently is assistant conductor and he's working his way to eventually operate trains, regional rail. I'm sorry, who gives a fuck? It's like, okay, maybe this will like actually add some context. I don't know. So yesterday we hung out on our day offs, had brunch and chilled at my house. He fell asleep on the couch while we were watching gaming vids. I opened his phone, taking pictures, scrolling through his reels, whatever. We know each other's passwords and always been open with our devices. I never noticed before that he has Snapchat. We mainly use Instagram. So I clicked it and saw that he messaged someone 37 weeks ago. They were flirty messages with a girl, which I can tell he met on the train. Oh, okay, thank you. Because I was like, if this train story you're talking about him being an assistant conductor is not relevant to this, I'm gonna be annoyed. My heart was beating so fast. I went upstairs to my room and took pictures of the messages to read them back in my gallery. I know I was upset, but it didn't hit immediately. I was around my two younger sisters, 12 and 17, and tried to keep it cool. When he woke up, he was getting ready to leave soon. I asked him, hey, can we talk in the car real quick?
Hi, it's me editing this months later, as you can see by the new growth of these braids. As I'm like watching this back, I'm like, damn, she really waited for him to get his nap in before confronting him about this. Like, she is a one patient girl, because immediately I would have been like, wake your motherfucking ass up. When was this? Why are we waiting for him to wake up? Let's get back to the video.
We're in the car and I immediately felt a lump in my throat, but I kept my voice stable and said, have you ever flirted with anyone else? Messaged anyone ever while we were together? He looked lost, shook his head saying no. I asked, are you sure? On Snapchat, literally, if somebody ever confronts you with some very specific information asking if you did this thing, you should just say yes. Just say yes, because you've already been caught. Like, she's literally asking him, hey, have you ever blah, 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 super, super specific scenario? If you know you did that super specific thing, Don't lie. Just tell the truth. I asked, are you sure? On Snapchat sometime last year. This is when he should have just been like, okay, yeah. But he did just like, he's like fresh off the wake. So maybe his mind is still like, come together and figure whatever the fuck is going on. He stutters a bit saying, no, I don't think so. But why? You saw something, so tell me. So he knows. Like, you know what you did. What did I do? What did you talking about? I told him to open his Snapchat and look at his recent messages. He opened them and remembered by briefly reading and said, yeah, there was a girl on the train. She was lost, helped her. She was flirty with me and gave me her number. And I asked for her Snapchat. Why is he being so casual about it? I'm bothered. He opened them and remembered by briefly reading and said, yeah, there was a girl on the train. She was lost. Bitch, she's on the train. How the fuck is she lost? Helped her. She was flirty with me and gave me her number. Why the fuck did you ask for her Snapchat? Fucking weirdo.
You weird, buddy. You're weird.
He said it was a short convo, admitted it was flirtatious, but stopped the interaction. Okay, you can admit it was flirtatious, but you still asked for a Snapchat.
Like, sir, that observation does not cancel out what you did.
I'm gonna keep the rest short, but as you can tell, I was disappointed, hurt. I started to tear up. He apologized. I told him I need time to think about what's next. We didn't know what to say to each other, so I walked out of his car and ran back into my house, all the way into my room, and immediately fell apart. I heard his car drive away, but then he came back shortly, knocked on my door. He came in and apologized again and said he didn't want to leave me alone in my room crying. He told me before I started blaming myself that it had nothing to do with me. I didn't deserve it. I asked why was it the attention? He said, yeah, he's never gotten direct attention like that from a woman before. Was curious. That's such a lame ass excuse. The direct attention you're getting from a woman is your girlfriend. That's the direct attention you're getting. You're getting attention, love, quality time with girlfriend. And now you're talking about,
well, that was just the first time I ever got direct attention from.
like, shut up. You sound stupid. This is just excuses after excuses after excuses after excuses. He looked at me. I started crying again. He started crying. We crowed. Girl, fuck that. Those are fucking guilty tears. Stayed in my room talking for another hour. I said I didn't know what to do next, whether to break up or not, that I needed time to think alone. He turned and looked at me with this pained expression and said, you'd break up over this? Yes! She should break up with him over this. I would, because I can't trust you. Like, you're literally fooling so hard, all because a girl came up to you and gave you attention. You're so easy. I said, I don't know. He eventually left. I saw him driving everywhere. Life 360. I have work 5 a.m. I can't leave my room. Still crying while typing this. Anyways, all right. Honestly, the question is, am I overreacting? No, you're not overreacting. But she wants advice, so I'm gonna give you advice. The first thing is she needs to break up with him. It's like, I always hate when people like, be like, break up with him, but I feel like this is necessary. Like, I don't know, for me, the paranoia would just make me want to break up because I feel like that's too much stress. So if I were her, I would break up because I feel like I can't trust you. Like, I'm never really going to be able to trust you on that goddamn train because I feel like you're going to be flirting with every girl every 2.5 seconds. And it's cool that they have like the whole open phone policy, like good for them. But at the same time, that obviously still did not prohibit him from cheating or from texting another girl. And I just feel like that's fucked. All she has to do is flirt with you a little bit and give you a little attention and you're already like unbuckling your pants with your dick out. I think you're easy and I think you're weird and I think you need to work on yourself. So in my opinion, I think she should break up with him. But if she doesn't want to break up with him, I think she should at least have him take accountability for the situation, no excuses, and he needs to build her trust back in whatever way that would look like for her. Oh, and she even provided the messages. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fuck with your poster. Should have seen it in person. Yeah, he's deaf flirting. What's that supposed to mean? That's what the girl said. You don't know what that means? I'm afraid I do. Afraid why? Never mind. Okay.
And I forgot to include this one, but just to make it even worse, he's calling her fine in the picture. She's like, just fine. He's like, you're fine is what I was trying to say. I didn't know Arizona had him like that. He's cooked. He's absolutely cooked.
After reading the messages, fuck all that other shit I said. She gotta break up with that nigga. Am I overreacting over first Valentine's Day note? Just celebrated first Valentine's Day with my boyfriend. I love flowers. I buy bouquets weekly for my house. I prefer white and pink flowers and don't like red roses. I got this bouquet and this note with them. It was upsetting. I felt my boyfriend did everything opposite of what I wanted. I went out of the way to do lots of handmade items and bought nice gifts for him as well. He also knows I love Valentine's Day and it's special to me. I let him know that it hurt me and he responded that note was awesome and it's just a joke. I think if you care for someone, you make things special. What if I told you that cleaning the dishes and washing the floor seduces me more than you wanting about flowers and a romantic dinner on Valentine's Day? JK, kinda LOL. Cheers. That's disrespectful. This nigga said, what if I told you that cleaning the dishes and washing the floors seduces me? First of all, why do you think her seducing you is like her #1 goal in life? Like, what the fuck? This is the fucking thing that I have a huge issue with. Flowers in a dinner for Valentine's Day is the easiest thing to do. I could do that shit in my sleep. This is the most bare minimum shit. If you have a partner and they say, wow, if we did this thing together, that would really make me happy, I wouldn't get irritated by that. I would just be like, wow, obviously this is something that they want to do. I'm gonna do this for them because I love them. And what she's asking for isn't even fucking crazy or out of the ordinary. She's asking for flowers in a romantic dinner. If this person is saying, hey, X, Y, and Z would really mean a lot to me, this is what I want, you need to fucking, hello, Horton, here's who, you need to listen. Okay, he got her flowers, but the flowers that he got her are not even the flowers she likes, and the flowers he got her are ugly. These look like he got these from the back of a gas station. These look horrible. My husband was entering a Little Caesars order on their mobile app. I asked how much the crazy bread was and he said too much. I asked again and said I wanted them. He just kept saying no. I literally hate that. Call me a brat, but I like when I get what I want. I've been doing what I want.
Yeah, I've been doing what I want. I've been doing what I want. It's a pickup in the back, but the trunk in the...
It's not really me being a brat. It's really just, I just want what I want. And if you're telling me no for literally no fucking reason, I get so upset. And the fact is she asked again and said I wanted them. She wants them. Get them for her. This would rage bait me so bad because what do you mean? I know you have the money for the breadsticks. Get me the breadsticks. I don't play about my bread. I don't play about my carbs. But I'm telling you, it's not like the fucking breadsticks are $20. And then I could be like, okay, that is steep. But dude, them crazy breadsticks don't even be costing nothing but what, $5, $6. For context, we are an upper middle class family where I am this bitch talking about she is the sole provider.
If 2 + 2 is 4, right? And 5 + 5 is 10, okay. What the fuck is this?
I think I'm just getting rage baited by Reddit right now. For context, we are an upper middle class family. We don't have children either. I have some student loan debt, but we still live comfortably. It feels like he's denying me access to my own money, the money I earned at a high stress job. What the fuck does he do? I want to confront him, but don't know if it is a silly thing to do. This incident just made me remember the first couple years of our marriage. You've been married to him for years? I was a student and he was working. I didn't have access to any of the money he brought in. I remember asking him for gas money and he sent me $12. Am I overreacting if I confront him about the breadsticks? I don't want something that may be considered silly to negatively impact our relationship. I am like legitimately stressed because I'm so pissed off. I'm so pissed off for her. First of all, she's been married to this man for years. Second of all, he's saying no to her getting breadsticks. That is nasty work. You won't even let me get breadsticks from Little Caesars? At that, Little Caesars is notoriously known for being cheap, and he is denying you the enjoyment of their crazy bread. He's evil. On top of that, you are the sole provider, and you guys don't even have kids. So what is he saving money for? He's saying he's denying me access to my own money. Girl, it's your money. Mind you, this is money she earned. She earned the money. The least she deserves is the luxury of some crazy bread, okay? And he's talking about, no, it's too much. Brother, fuck you. He don't like you. End of story. You need to break it off with that. Am I overreacting for getting out of his car and Ubering home after a message popped up on the dash? She's 9 times out of 10 not overreacting. I, 20 female, have been with my boyfriend, 22 male, for about a year and a half. We live in the same city and I'm at his place basically every night. I really thought we were on the same page about everything until last night. We were driving to get food and his phone was plugged into the car for the GPS. A message popped up on the screen from a girl's name I didn't know, and it literally said, "Are you coming over later? I miss you." I just froze. I didn't even yell. I just asked who that was and he immediately ripped the cord out of his phone and started acting jumpy. He told me I misread it and that it was actually a text from his sister asking about dinner. This is a ultra mega gaslighting. He said, bitch, you misread it. You actually didn't see a message at all. I told him his sister has a different name and he just started raising his voice saying, I'm paranoid and always looking for a reason to fight. He is absolutely cheating on you. He wouldn't show me the phone and kept saying I was invading his privacy by staring at his screen. He's cheating on you. While he was driving, he literally told me I'm being delusional and that my anxiety is ruining a good thing. Cheating on you. I told him to pull over at a gas station. I just got out and called an Uber because the gaslighting was making me feel like I was losing it. I'm sorry, I would throw hands. I'm not someone who has the best control of their emotions. I admit that. You're gonna gaslight me about a message I clearly saw with my own 2 eyes. It's gonna be the Riri and Chris Brown situation all over again. Sorry.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like,
Now he's blowing up my phone saying I'm immature for jumping out of the car and that I'm too unstable to be in a relationship. And I'm gonna freak out over a random notification. He's making me feel like I'm the one who messed up, but I know what I saw. Am I overreacting? Am I actually being too much, or is he obviously cheating? Once again, it's like, obviously you're not overreacting. He is cheating on you. This is happening. Well, let's do something light. Let's do some fun vibes. That was hard, okay? Am I overreacting for my school giving me a goldfish? So I'm in college and my RAs did something I think is kind of ridiculous. They decided to just give the entire dorm building goldfish. Kid you not, they went to door to door giving me a goldfish and didn't even ask. They were just like, here's your new friend. I think this is problematic. First, I got no warning for this. And they gave me him in a tiny plastic cup, so I had to run to Walmart to get a fishbowl. I know they technically need more than that, but right now I can't get $100 tank. So now I need to care for it until I can find someone new. And I have no experience with fish. I honestly don't think it's going to last long. Like, I didn't sign up for this. So am I overreacting for being annoyed at this? I mean, I get it. Like, sure, that sounds like annoying, but there's a lot of ways she could like get rid of the fish. She can flush it down the toilet, which is fucked, but that is a way. Another way she can is just put it in like a lake or something. I don't really know anything about fishes, but they can survive in water. So put it in a lake. You can also give it back to the RAs. You could say, hey, I really don't want this fish. Here you guys go. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's so many solutions. This person kind of is like, they gave me a fish and now I'm stuck. Like, you want this fish. You also didn't have to go to Walmart to get a fishbowl. You literally could have just been like, okay, I need to figure out how I'm gonna get rid of this fish because I don't want this fish. She's probably gonna grow into it. I can see this person like fucking a week later already building a whole aquarium for this goddamn fish. I do agree they shouldn't have given random people like fishes, especially if they didn't ask for one. They should have did like a little sign up sheet like, we're giving away goldfishes. If you want a goldfish, like sign up and we'll give you it. But then knocking on people's door being like, here's a goldfish. Like, it's weird, but she also could have been like, no, I'm good. This was fucking crazy getting into, am I overreacting? All I can say is I'm glad I'm not any of these people. A lot of these situations suck so hard. Thank you guys for watching. If you're fucking with me, if you're fucking with the vibe, go ahead and like and subscribe. Bye.